Hey everybody, what's up? CaptainTurbo here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, joined as ever by Red Nova.
Yep.
And we are on the final quest, or we're going to start the final quest of A Realm Reborn in momentarily. Just a heads up quickly, there is another long voice acted cutscene. There's going to be one in a moment, but it's not going to be nearly as long, but there is going to be another one coming up really shortly. That's going to be a while. So I have a sandwich ready to go here for when that starts.
It probably won't be as long as that last conglomerate cutscenes that ended in the last part.
It's probably still going to be about 10-15 minutes, though, at least.
Yeah,
I can see it being
the
that.
big conglomerate here will be voice-acted cutscene or two, and then also the credits.
True. And like I said, the credits as well. We'll probably run out of things to say at some point. So again, sandwich. Anyway, I'm going to get started here, guys. Let's start before the dawn.
Yeah.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Uldar, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The falling snows, or some such. All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Uldar will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Okay, we're back in. Alright, so I don't think we're going to have to go far here.
No. Just outside the building, and then you have to...
Around the back?
Not quite around the back, off to one side. Unfortunately, the side you did not go toward here. But you'll probably come up...
Yeah, I'm right here. Is this the long cutscene?
Yeah, this is the lengthy one.
Okay. Greetings, Madam.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, so again, I'll go mute. I don't know about Nova, but I'm definitely going to go
I probably
mute.
will as well.
Yeah, I'm going to be enjoying my sandwich while the cutscene plays out, so...
Yep.
If it goes to the... I don't know if it will or not, but if it goes to the 30-minute mark, I will at least cut in to say it's going to be the end of the part. But that'll probably be the last thing I say if it does go that long for the rest of the section. So we'll see what happens here. Alright, so proceed to the intercessory. Oh, I press
Actually, is not voice acting.
I pressed no.
Oops.
Yes, okay. You said it's not thingy, this one?
Yeah, this first one's not.
Alright, well, as soon as it does go to voice acting, though, I will go on mute. Hey, it's Tataru. I haven't seen you in a little while.
Yep. And also, now we know how she got out of there. Hugiri.
I didn't know that yet because you're ahead of me.
I won't say anything else about it because you'll see something else about it.
Spoiler alert, Nova.
That's why I'm saying it the way I am.
I take it this is one of the new races for Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, that was the Aura race that was introduced in Heaven's Ward.
Ujiri, yeah, we saw her earlier, didn't we? She had masks and everything on, so
Yeah.
yeah, I vaguely remember. I do vaguely remember her actually. Is it Ugiri or Ujiri or I'm not really
Hugiri.
Ugiri? Okay. Excuse me.
Also, fun fact, this is one of those races where the males are significantly taller than the females. So.
Yeah, I think I've seen that in like the character creation.
Yep.
It's like with the aren't the bunny people the same?
The Viera are only female only.
Oh, yeah. I might be thinking of a different fucking game entirely. To be honest, there's a race where the males are significantly taller than the females. To be honest, I think this entire cutscene should have been voice acted, but hey, that's just me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think obviously because credits will be next part as well. It looks like Realm Reborn will have taken in total about 154 parts, if I'm guessing, roughly anyway, or 153, I should say. Just short, literally just a couple shy of 3 years worth of parts.
Okay, now I'm in the voice acted part.
All right, well. If you want to go mute, that's fine. I'm going to keep talking, though, until it is on my end as well.
You'll have to advance the dialogue. I'll just say that right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the case for like 99% of the voice-acted cutscenes. I say it's one of my few issues with how they play out. Yeah, she's pretty cool looking, I'll give it that.
Yep.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Okay, voice acted. Here we go.
Yep.
I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves and even the Scions themselves as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. It was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alfino.
So, Master Alfino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, Where are we to go?
Alphino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
Oh, we're at the credits.
Yep.
That was shorter than I expected it to be. Okay, so this actually might be the final part of A Realm Reborn. Because if it's just merely credits, I'll just like lengthen the part like I did for the previous credits one. Okay then. I assume there's going to be a cutscene at the end of this as well. So
Probably.
I'd be surprised if there's not. But yeah, it's ooh, boy. So that's what 152 episodes to get to the end of A Realm Reborn, and for me, it's got to be about 180 hours roughly. But some of that is because I've had to redo stuff. But sorry, I just wasn't expecting the ending to be that quick to come. To be honest, I thought the cutscene would be a lot longer.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as long cutscenes as what happened in the last quest from what I saw on the site I was looking at.
Yeah.
Not that much.
But here's the thing. I'll give this. I'll give Post Realm. I keep calling it Post Realm Reborn. We'll just call it
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2 of Realm Reborn. I'll give it this. It focused a lot more on the story, and it was a lot. It was just more focused overall. The problem I had with the first half was it felt extremely MMO-ish. Like you had a bunch of fetch quests and having to do stuff. It didn't really make sense in the grand scheme of the like. Oh, we're gonna go to the fucking ultimate weapon, but hey, first go back to the fucking windmill place and speak to this guy who has absolutely nothing really to say and all that shit. And he just felt fucking.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, actually, more or less when you fought to fight Titan, and you have to go back and talk to that.
Oh,
guy.
whatever it was, I can't
Yeah.
remember. But I just don't know. It didn't feel like the flow was entirely there for me. I still enjoyed the story. Don't get me wrong. But here's the thing: the part 2 of Realm Reborn, I have found actually a lot more interesting with the story. That's why I've often gone a lot more quiet during cutscenes and stuff. Is because I'm actually paying attention to the story this time. And like I said, it just feels so much more focused, and I'm happy for that. And a lot more voice acting for important cutscenes. Hey, that's always going to be appreciated as far as I'm concerned. What about you, Nova? Did you think of like part 2 of Realm Reborn?
It has interesting points. Like part 1, though, it does suffer from just a little. I think things just being dragged out at points here and there.
Yeah, I can get that. It does have some of it. I'm not saying it's completely free of all the needless and senseless MMO stuff, but it has been cut down significantly, at the very least.
There's still, I think, just a lot there just because of how many quests there are in that one. I mean, I look at like parts 1 and 2, and like say Heaven's Word, for example, it won't be nearly as many quests. Because I think I did the math at one point or compared them, and I think it's Heaven's Word, parts 1 and 2, and possibly even part 1 of Stormblood, all combined would have equaled the amount of quests, I think, just for part 2 of Realm Reborn.
Also, it's only about 100 quests for all of that.
Well, first, to a degree, yeah. I don't know if I can include part 1 of Stormblood in that or not. I don't remember what the math was, but needless to say, the point is that Realm Reborn, Stormblood, etc. will be shorter as a whole with parts 1 and 2 combined in terms of quests.
And don't forget, then we've got Shadowbringers after that.
Yep.
Yeah, I should point out at the time of this recording, because again, this won't be going up until let's say we're a couple Sundays away, so it'll be October of 2021, I believe this goes up. By then, another fucking expansion pack for FF14 might have already been announced, so not released, but it might
not
have.
only announced, it probably could even be released by then.
I don't know if it'll be released because there has been a decent gap between releases, but something will have been announced anyway. Let's put it that way. I'll be surprised if
I'll say
there's
this
not.
as far as where the actual story-wide event, where Shadowbringers is right now, they officially are in part 2 because patch 5.1, which was released not last week but before that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, something will have definitely been announced by the time this
that
goes
had
up.
the first half of story content for part 2 of Shadowbringers. So
Yeah, just a heads up, people. It is just in case anybody's wondering, because we keep talking about the future stuff here. It is currently only the 17th of November, 2019. So you guys have only just recently had like the first full year. In fact, the first part of year 2 actually goes live tonight. I forgot to mention that.
Ooh,
Part
yeah.
53 goes live. So yeah, that is something I forgot to mention earlier. I actually still need to go back and record some of the parts missing from some year 3, I should say. I'm still working on that, but I've been taking a bit of a break from FF14 because I knew we were near the end of this, and I wanted to focus on enjoying this. Because the problem is when I re-record stuff, it kind of takes the fun out of it a little bit, because it's like I know I'm only doing this so I can make up the parts I've lost.
By the way, so my suggestion is, when you get to the part re-record, I would make sure to keep your character on the other server if you can.
I'm not gonna delete it.
That's in case this happens again and you have to make up footage, you can go back and work on that there as well.
Because the thing is, this happened once before in year 1 where I lost footage and stuff, but that was like early game stuff. Like you can get to that in 20 hours. No, sorry, not 20 hours. You can get to that in like 10 hours easy. But this is I'm still going through. I think I'm around like where we were I'm doing the Titan, setting up for the Titan stuff. So I'm not anywhere near close yet, but I am at least near the end of the first year. So I'm like around part 48, 49, I think, in terms of Let's Play parts. But yeah, by the way, people, I know this song is excellent, but I'm scared to death I'm going to get fucking a cease and desist sort of thing from Square Enix, because it is amazing. But we were going to talk anyway, but I don't know. I really did enjoy part 2 more than part 1. That's really all I could say on that, to be honest. I mean, here's the thing, guys. If you just get core Final Fantasy 14.
Is that the song that played at the beginning of since the beginning of the
it sounds like it's just finished, but it sounds like something from like Evanescence or something like that.
That song has played before in side content that we'll never get to, but since you won't point out what it is, it's the they call the Final Coils of Bahamut.
I might have to look it up because it was an awesome song. I was listening to it in the background, and it was taking all of my concentration not to just focus on the song.
But in that one, you actually fight Bahamut, who was the guy seen at the end of the original Realm Reborn, the 1.0, which had been since scrapped and they had redone it.
Was that the thing that basically destroyed the planet? Or
Yeah, Bahamut, yeah.
I assumed as much.
Basically, you fight a version of that, and they're known as Bahamut Prime. That song plays during that fight.
Oh, cool. Here's the thing, guys. If you've ever wanted to play, I assume most people don't really get into MMOs. I understand why, but if you have any interest at all in playing this, you get the entirety of this storyline that you've seen here. You get part 1, and I believe you get part 2 as well. So, you know, if you've got the spare money, do yourself a favor, try it out. We've already... Go back and watch part, I think it was 92 or 93, wherever we had the credits. We already gushed over the fact that you can use a controller for the game. And it's a fantastic addition. Hell, even if you can't and you have to play with a keyboard, it's still possible to do. MMOs, I think, are one of the easier ones to get into with a keyboard, but I will say controller all the way. Yes, bring it, Team PC Master Race. But apparently Nova quite like that. I suppose I also want to obviously give a massive... Well, no, we're not going to do the thank you shit because we're still talking, but I will point this out, guys. I don't know if like the trailer/intro video for Heaven's Ward will play at the end of this or not, or if it'll play afterwards or whatever. I don't know. If it doesn't, I will edit it in, so it'll be the first thing you see in the next part is the Heaven's Ward thing. It's only like 5 minutes. I did the same for Realm Reborn, so, and I'll do the same when we get to Stormblood and eventually Shadowbringer. So, yeah, it's been an interesting quest line. We're not going to be stopping yet. I've still got about just under 2 months left on my subscription, so we'll still get some stuff done before that time. So we'll get somewhere into Heaven's Ward anyway. In fact, we're going to be starting tonight, so we probably won't get too far or anything. We'll just be starting tonight at least. I love this picture, by the way, but whatever. Any other thoughts you want to go over on part 2?
As far as part 2, yeah, the storyline I actually mentioned was pretty good, especially at the end there with what him and I had to watch at the end of the
last couple
quest.
parts, yeah.
Yeah.
Say
I mentioned before that, yeah, a lot of the shit was finally going to go down at the end here, and pretty much was dead on accurate about that.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, no, actually, I'm not surprised it ended on a bit of a downer because obviously it's got to lead into the expansion pack.
Right, yeah.
So it does make a good amount of sense. Actually, one technical thing I do want to talk about real fast. As you probably noticed here, we didn't do any side stuff for part 2. Like, we tried a few things in part 1, like we tried Palace of the Dead and all that. Basically, the plan is just to continue on with main quest, unless we get... Like, obviously, we needed the Chocobo, so we needed to do a couple of things there, but unless something like that, where it will just come in majorly handy for the rest of the game, we will be sticking completely to main quest lines.
One thing that probably will occur in starting in Heaven's Ward has been going on in every expansion ever since will be the ability to fly.
Yeah,
and
I'm quite looking forward to that.
To unlock, we'll show that off. And
I'm assuming that's side quest stuff.
We'll get the ability to start unlocking the ability to fly during the main story, but the only area of it, there will be like only one area that we visit in Heaven's Ward where having to fly is actually required. Every other area is optional, but I'll still tell you how to. Yeah,
we'll do that because it sounds helpful. Like I say, if it's helpful stuff, we'll do it. But any other side stuff, it won't be necessary. So.
And again, this morning in the Heaven's Ward, the flying in this game, they did a really good job on the controls of it.
I have seen you do it when you've streamed a couple times. It does look awesome. So. Yep. I'm actually quite looking forward to it.
It's not difficult to do at all. It's very easy.
Well, that's good to know. But what else was I gonna say? Yeah, we'll be doing that. We will eventually get. I mean, if we ever do get to like the end, like Square Enix decides, okay, we're gonna not make any more expansion packs, or at least if we just catch up to where there's no more future story. And I, for whatever reason, do have a subscription still. We will attempt things like Palace of the Dead again if we can get more people involved and stuff.
Yeah.
Or just maybe do some of our side stuff if we fancy it. Yeah. But that won't. But that'll come when main quest is finished, or at least we've caught up to wherever the hell it is at that point in time.
And the only exception to that may be if I do something like what I did, which the thing that hasn't gone up yet, but
the 15 crossover.
Yeah, like some kind of event like that, where it's either like a crossover or an event that I think it's interesting enough just to show up on the side. I may record that because
Well, he has. Well, Nova has a longer subscription time than I do, so
yeah. Well, I likely have easier access to it. Plus, since he does the recording all the time for the rest of the parts, I figure, well, why not? I can do it for fun, event-based stuff like that.
yeah, he has more access and he's got more time to do it with stuff like that because. Well, he plays. Well, by the time this will go up, he'll have probably reached fucking Dragon Ball Z levels of over 9,000 in terms of hours. But
I wouldn't say that.
we got 2 years before this goes up, dude, or at least nearly 2 years. So,
well, even then, I mean, there may be instances where I take a break from it.
True. But yeah, I think that is it. Like I said, and by the way, those parts will have been like part 105 through 108, dude. So those have been up for a while. Those 15 crossover parts. And the reason I put those up, guys, just in case anybody was wondering, because we still actually haven't done post commentary for those yet, is just because he would have had the regalia out at certain points. So I didn't want people to be confused by it. So yeah, that's why those went up at the beginning of year 3. But yeah, year 4, it looks like we're going to be making our early steps into Evans War. We'll actually be taking that next part, like I said. But yeah, 3 years of Let's Plays, guys. I hope because here's the thing, out of all the Let's Plays I do, I think this does like steady numbers. Like there's always like 3 to 7 people who watch these. It doesn't sound like a lot, but there's obviously a bunch of people who are subscribed to me that do like this series. So whoever you are, thank you for watching this. I hope you've stuck around for 3 years, by the way. Even though I obviously suck and all that, Nova is pretty much the one who's dragging my dead ass through this entire thing. And I guess, like I say, really enjoyed part 2. I'm really looking forward to getting into Heaven's Ward and actually seeing some new cities, some new lands.
Yeah.
And just seeing how the story progresses from here. Because like I said, the story in part 2 was really, really improved over part 1, so...
And from here on now, you'll see the lands being much bigger areas, as you probably saw when I was streaming it.
Yeah, but I think you were actually doing some Stormblood. I'm not sure. It was a while ago.
Yeah, I was in Stormblood at times. I may have been in some of the Heaven's Word areas. And lately, too, I've been in some Shadowbringer areas as well.
It'll be interesting to see when we get there in the next part, anyway, to see what we have online. Because here's the thing. I have gone into this game blind, people. I haven't watched the Let's Play or anything like that. There's not actually many people stupid enough like myself to Let's Play an MMO, but I am really looking forward to it. It's all very much brand new to me, so I guess I can start with the thank yous. And as always, Nova, you are the one with the biggest thank you I have. You drag my ass through this. You're always there to record unless you have something you've already promised, which isn't often.
Yeah.
And I would not be able to. I'm not trying to kiss your ass, dude, but I really would not be able to do this Let's Play without you. So thank you very much, very, very much.
And funny thing about that is, when you had started before I actually did, as far as playing this game, you did that show me stream, and
yeah, I remember.
It's like, what, that kind of convinced me to give the game a try, and then I kind of like, what, I'm putting down for this game. I'm gonna get a subscription, and I don't think I unsubscribed since then.
Yeah, that was a good 2 years ago now, I think. And to anybody who's joined us for the part 2, Opie obviously also makes a appearance in this.
Yeah.
I did actually decide to keep everybody away for these last couple parts because I knew it was going to be primarily cutscene. It was just so that's why it's just been he and I for the.
Which made sense because what was happening in the cutscenes, you don't want to get messed up by commentary. So.
True. Thank you as well to Scarecrow, who often makes an appearance. I haven't seen him in a while, but yes, he has been here on and off. I believe. Wiz also made one or two appearances as well.
Yeah.
Thank you to Tyler as well for joining for those couple parts.
Yep. Actually, in the last session, I think that happened.
Yeah, either last session or the one before, I can't remember, but it was recent. Who am I missing? I think Thunder may have made an appearance or two.
I think he did, actually.
And if I'm missing anybody else, I really, really do apologize. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't think Don's actually jumped in for any of this, so I'm not thanking him.
No, not for this.
You don't get a thank you, buddy, because you're never here for it. But yeah, I think that's covered everybody who has joined us over the course of part 2. If I have missed anybody, I really, really am sorry. I haven't done the thumbnail, so I can't exactly look back on that. I suppose I don't really have a whole lot else to say. Do you anything you need to say, Nova, before we finish?
I would say for those who haven't played this game yet, there is quite a lot to do in this game, way more than we may have shown on the recordings. Because when we do these, we're just going through the story, unless there's like a side thing that I think maybe worthy of recording or doing. Like I mentioned the event, or he mentioned we tried to do the Palace of the Dead, that failed attempt. Stuff like that. But there is other things in this game. I mean, there's crafting and gathering you do for those of you who played other MMOs. That's the thing. In fact, the recent patch, which is 5.11, just released the Guardian restoration thing, which is the crafters and gatherers kind of end game, so to speak. And it's a right now because of that more people have flocked to Ishgard to do back and contain in that. And that's something when I started the game, I didn't care about crafting and gathering. As I went along and started doing it, actually was a bit fun. It can be frustrating at times when you're trying to make like high quality gear, etc. Oh, and on that note,
I'm on the special thanks section myself at the moment, so I can't see the credits going on more than a couple more minutes now.
The credits should be done then because it's going to another. I don't think this is a voice acted cutscene though.
Let me know if it is though, because I'll have to go mute.
Actually, it is.
Okay. I figured it would be.
Said.
Yeah, I figured it would be though because it's the last cutscene of the entire game, or at least of Realm Reborn. But I'm not quite there yet. I'm still going for the special thanks. But like I said, they did introduce a bunch of new things, like the fact that you now have a difficulty selection when doing certain bosses and all that. Is also a nice touch, but we'll go more into that in the next part.
That was also added recently in patch 5.1's update, if I'm correct, which you can thank for that.
But yeah, again, thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to everybody who joined us at certain points. Thank you to Nova, of course. And you know what, I'm gonna be a bit of a shill here. Thank you to Square Enix for making what, in my opinion, is one of the better Final Fantasy games I've played so far. I don't say that lightly either, but I believe I'm coming up to the end of the crates as well myself now. Yeah. And as Nova said, the next cutscene is a voice-acted one. So, thank you for watching.
Yep. Oh, and apparently there's more.
Yeah, it's just started for me, so again, I'm going to just mute.
Okay, so this one's not voice-acted.